what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm WillStalker25, and today I got another action figure review for you guys on the newly released Jazwares Halo Spartan Collection Halo 2 Master Chief. Now, I'm quite surprised we are getting this figure already. This is Series 4, Wave 4 of the Spartan Collection line, and I am very surprised that we are actually getting the Halo 2 Chief already. We do have a Halo 1 Chief coming in a GameStop exclusive 2-pack, either sometime at the end of this year or early next year we should be getting that, so that is quite exciting. Now, I really do like this figure. I think it's very nice. The one thing that I do have a big gripe about it is on mine, the ankles are a little, like, wobbly. Like, I could barely touch this, and they basically spin. We'll get to it in the articulation, but there's no ankle pivot, and I think the green is just way too light green for Master Chief, especially Halo 2 Master Chief, because Halo 2 and 3 Chief were like really dark green, if I'm remembering right, like really dark. So that's just all kind of a bummer to me, in my opinion. Those are my biggest gripes with it, but overall, this figure is pretty dang good. There's a lot of silver dry brushing on it, so it's not like clean, even though like you can't really tell, but there's a lot of dry brushing all over the place on it, and it's really nice. Like, let me see if I turn the light off. In normal room lighting, yeah, you could see there's all the dry brushing on there, as you could see. Might be a bit darker, but yeah, so a little bit of a bummer though with the light color green. But with the sculpt work that we have here, we are not far off of now getting a Halo 3 Master Chief, at least in my opinion, because Halo 2 and 3 Chief are, I think, pretty much the same armor, 100%. So all we need is some battle damage here on the chest and darker green, and then we get Halo 3 Chief, but pretty much. So sculpt work is good. Let's see what the accessories are that come with this Master Chief really quick. You do get a set of fisted hands with Chief right here, so very nice. They have a different peg, I think, from the Infinite Chief, maybe, so I don't think these hands will work with Infinite Chief, but they're lighter color, and they're a lot smaller looking anyways. You get a set of, like, open gripping hands for him as well. A double finger, like pointer finger or like trigger finger or something like that, and then you get already on the figure you get a set of singular pointing trigger fingers. So, and then you do get the SMGs, which makes sense for Halo 2 Chief, since this was the game that, you know, introduced dual wielding. You get a nice SMG, which is molded quite nicely. I think this is our first time getting the SMG in either line, World of Halo or Spartan Collection. Now, one thing I did notice in here, and I think I read it somewhere, is like this sight right here on the gun is something that came from I think Halo 3 ODST. So that gives me hope for possibly seeing some ODSTs or ODST inspired figures from that game or something like that in the line, which would be really nice. So overall detail on this figure, though, the dry brushing's nice. That's all the accessories, by the way, that you get with the figure. Is the two SMGs and then the 3 pairs of hands, and then the extra singular hand. I wish this character did come with an energy sword holding hand, since this was the first game where we got to use the energy sword as well. I think that'd be pretty cool. But oh well, double SMGs is fine. I just wish that hand was included with every Chief. But yeah, molding is pretty nice on this figure. I don't really like this like big, like weird piece that comes up and has a gap here. It seems like it just kind of gets in the way a little bit, but it does look a little weird from like a side angle. Seeing that, it's like they wanted to like make this piece come all the way up, but they just didn't know how or something like that. I don't know. It does mess with the articulation going back. But other than that, sculpt is very nice. I like the knees and the feet. The feet look really nice. It's just kind of a bummer that we've lost ankle pivot with them. But let's take a look at the articulation really quick on our Chief. I want to say the head goes, this is all as far as the head goes up. Do get all the way down like that. So this is probably like your neutral somewhere in here. So um, one thing I'm noticing with the Master Chief for Halo 2 is that it's very inconsistent with this black line that goes around the visor. Um, I have two of these. I did buy two. I found two at the same time at a local Target the other day, and I picked them both up. I didn't expect to find these already, but yeah, I don't know. They're not very consistent, and my other Chief does have a ton of extra like gold from the visor, like up there, in the top and the like black bit of the visor. And then you can do a full 360 with the head if you want to. You just gotta change the angle up, but there's no like tilting with it. You get double jointed elbows. You get a bicep cut. Arms do go up that far. You can do a full 360 with them. The double jointed elbows only get closed like that much, so right about 90, a little over 90. Wrists all do swivel and hinge, and they are all horizontal hinges, I believe. Yes. Then you got the diaphragm here, which, I mean, you're not really getting back and forth as much. Really no side to side, barely. Can't really turn it. You're going to force it, but you're going to start scuffing up the undersuit underneath. The undersuit can't turn, so no waist swivel. Legs do get up that far. Go back a whole lot. Chief with the splits. Actually could do the splits pretty well, which was crazy. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Now this is another big gripe of mine, is these knees are just hideous. I don't know what they're doing with the knees now. Like, I've seen a lot of people say the Series 1 Master Chief knees are the best, and I can agree, they do look really nice, they close up really well. Series 3 and onward, like, they switched to a softer material, which I like the softer material, but it's just really ugly. Like, you can't do anything with this. It makes the legs so ridiculously long, and it's just, yeah, it's not the best. And then the ankles do swivel. There is no pivot. They do hinge. They go back that far and forward that much. And you do get a toe joint as well for toe articulation, which can go just up. It can't go down. So there you go. That's all your articulation with Chief. That's all you get with the accessories. I think overall this figure is very nice. I don't like that we lost ankle pivot. I don't like the knees, honestly. The ankles being just, I think, like a peg going down into the boot is a little annoying, because now they just spin like insanely easily, and they're very loose. I think this is a nice figure, but honestly, if we were to get this retooled for a Halo 3 Chief, I'd like them to do a little bit of work on it. This figure does stand just above 7 inches tall as well, and then we'll do some size comparisons really quick. But yeah, I think this figure with some retooling, fixing the knees up, changing the feet out for something with ankle pivot, and then doing something with the torso to get some more articulation in there, I think that would be pretty good. But there's Master Chief with a Mafex Batman and Mezco Stealth Iron Man. Here's Figma Samus, SH Figuarts Goku, your... Oh, and Samus is about to fall over on me, again, as always. The ankles are kind of getting a little weak after all the time it's getting brought in these reviews. Here's Reveltech All Might, a Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man, got a Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Red Ranger, Star Wars Black Series Captain Rex, and I want to say that's it for your size comparisons with some other lines. Now we're going to take a look at a couple more comparisons with some other Spartan Collection figures. Here is your Halo 2 Chief with a Noble 6. So obviously Chief is supposed to be like 7 foot something in armor. Noble 6 is a Spartan 3, so they're going to be a bit shorter since they're not as augmented and the armor's not as big and bulky. But yeah, so there's Chief, and then here is a, I think, Mark IV or early stage Mark 5 armor with Jerome. So we got your Series 3, your Series 4, and your Series 2 figures right all here. So Jerome is about the same height as Chief, which is nice. So I do like the accuracy that we have with Spartan Collection, though, on our heights and everything like that. And then here is your Halo Infinite Series 4 Chief as well, which isn't my new favorite Master Chief that I have. I do really still like the Series 1, but there's your look of 2 and Infinite together, which is really nice. Like, I mean, you could see where Infinite wanted to kind of go more in that classic design, where they went with the helmets here, and you could see that they're very similar looking from the sides. The Halo 2 helmet does look a little bit like longer, and look a little bit taller in general. Like the visor's a lot bigger. But yeah, I do like the look of Chief next to him. And then here's another one that I did pick up that I will be reviewing tomorrow. Here's, I believe it's called the Enigma. This is like a Halo 5 armor with the Ravager, and this is a lot shorter. So this would be probably a Spartan-IV. So a lot shorter than Chief here for this one as well. But yeah, overall, that's going to do it for this video. I think this Master Chief is really cool. I think he's really good. Like I said, I have my gripes. I think the green is way too light. I'm probably going to paint up my second one, maybe, and do a custom one of it. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to just, like, change its color up entirely, make it like a multiplayer Spartan, or if I'm gonna like maybe darken it for a a better Halo 2 Chief. I'm not really sure entirely what I'm gonna do with it, but I wish this one was darker. I wish the ankles were better. I do also wish that the torso had something different going on with it. The knees definitely need to be redone. The elbows seem very limited and restrictive as well. I don't know if it's just this armor or what, but I would love to see a Halo 3 Chief on this. And then the hands also seem very small, actually, now thinking about it. Like, those hands seem really tiny in comparison to your Halo Infinite Chiefs. So I don't know why he's got such, tiny hands here. But yeah, I mean, this is a good figure, but I do have a lot of gripes with this character compared to other Master Chiefs in the line so far. Like, I definitely think this one doesn't even touch the Series 3, Series 4, or Series 1 for me. I think they're all, in my opinion, for Infinite, they're all better than this one. But I don't know. I think for 20 bucks though, it's still a lot of like a really good deal. The SMGs are nice, being the first time we've gotten these in the line. So I mean, if you do want a ton of SMGs for, well, if you do want 2 SMGs for your figure, then that's a good one to get. Here's what the side piece does look like, popping that out. So it is a bigger, bulkier thing popping out the side there. So, but it is detailed on the other side. And then we'll put the SMG, the other one here. So, oh, doesn't want to stay. But yeah, for $20 though, I think this figure is worth it if you're a fan of the Spartan collection. If you don't really want it though, I mean, if you don't care about the Halo 2 design, which is a very iconic Master Chief look, then, I mean, you could pass on it. I mean, I think it's worth it to have in the collection, but there are a lot of problems with this figure in general though. But if you could find it on a sale, definitely pick it up on sale. But even for $20, I do think it is worth it with all of its problems. But hopefully we get a lot of fixes and retools with this for the Halo 3 one whenever we do get a Halo 3 Chief. But let me know in the comments below, are you going to pick up this figure? Are you going to pass on it? Like I said, I bought 2. I am happy with it, but I do wish there was changes made to it. So other than that, if you haven't done so already, would always appreciate a like and subscribe if you're new and haven't done so. It does help me out a lot. Helps boost the channel, helps other people see the video, and I do greatly appreciate it. If you've already subscribed and liked the video, thank you very much. I do appreciate you, and I always, it's always so awesome seeing how much the channel is growing, and thanks to everyone who's supporting by liking, subscribing, liking and retweeting the Twitter posts. If you do want to follow me over there, keep up to date with anything new that I do, say or whatever, you could go follow me there, as well as the gameplay channel. Whenever I decide to do more stuff over there, I'll have stuff coming at some point. But that's gonna do it for me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the the Enigma review for that other one, and then I don't know really what we have for the rest of the week, but I got a lot of stuff to do for this, for like upcoming top 10s and stuff, and top 5s of the year and everything like that. So I will catch you guys all next time. See you, everybody.